notice, and they've commented, kids write letters backwards. They can't distinguish B and D and so on. But in fact, the situation is that the only human activity that requires left to right sequencing is reading.
Yes.
And so when a child is not reading or has not been read to, they use the visual processes for everyday vision, which is a very different scanning process, and they get no help in visual sequencing. There's a very famous neuroscientist called DeHane who noticed about this. He writes quite a bit about this. And he says, well, it often takes children up to 10 years of age till they learn how to sequence properly. But in fact, that's because no one ever teaches it. We've built it into our Reading Kingdom program. And people often ask us why we do it, because they're so unfamiliar with it. And now, for example, we could do more, and we hope to do it in future work. For example, if a teacher or an adult sees a child struggling to keep on the lines of reading, they'll say to the child, use your finger. Have you ever heard that?
Oh, yes, I have.
In fact, that's a very destructive technique. Because because what it does is it basically says the child's eye can't track, and instead of teaching the eye to track, they're using the hand to compensate. Now, if with only a few weeks of training, you can instead, for example, put a white card under the line of print so that the child sees only one line of print. And then he has to use his eyes, not his finger, but now he's not looking at the whole page. Then you can gradually build him up to handle 2 lines of print, then 3 lines of print. I mean, there are a number of techniques that go into it, but within 2 months, you can have him reading fluently with his own eye movements. If he's using his hand, he will almost never get really smooth eye movements and smooth, fast reading. And you want smooth, fast reading. So that's just one example.